What is the sinking of the RMS Lusitania provoked? The sinking of the RMS Lusitania was a tragedy of World War I. However, it could have been prevented, and the Germans did have reason to sink it. The Lusitania was a luxurious ocean liner built in 1904. For a brief time, it was the world's largest ship. It was built to compete against German liners such as the SS Deutschland because German liners were faster and more advanced. They were a good choice for European trade. So the Lusitania was built to compete against the German liners. However, with strained relations between the two countries, competition escalated quickly. The only thing protecting innocent people aboard the luxury liner Lusitania was the code known as cruiser rules. This code made sure that survivors on these liners safely escaped the sinking boat. However, the passengers on the Lusitania were not within these guidelines of the cruiser rules. Because the Lusitania was carrying ammunition and was registered with the Royal Navy, it was no longer within cruiser rules. This meant that the Germans had no obligation to see the passengers to safety. However, the Germans did have reason to sink the Lusitania. The sister ship of the Lusitania, the Justicia, was commissioned to carry soldiers. A German U-boat sunk the Justicia, and they knew that the British would do the same with her sister ship, the Lusitania. The Germans sent a warning to Americans by putting an ad in American newspapers warning them not to use the Lusitania because it would be sunk. The Germans also established a zone of exclusion around the British Isles so that ships would know the danger of German U-boats looking to sink British ships. The British knew all of this, but still chose to send the Lusitania filled with cargo and innocent civilians. The Justicia was sunk after being enlisted into the Royal Navy. After enlisting the ship, the Justicia lost its neutrality, giving a reason to be sunk. The British then enlisted the Lusitania with civilians on board while expecting the Germans not to sink it. The sinking of the Lusitania was not a tragedy, it was avoidable.